Students, let us see next paragraph of the lesson, the portrait of a lady written by Khushwant Singh. Already I have told you about the writer Khushwant Singh, so I am directly coming to the lines of the next paragraphs. My grandfather always went to school with me because the school was attached to the temple. Grandmother gave company to the narrator, Khushwant Singh. Who is the narrator? The writer, Khushwant Singh. So my grandmother always went to school. My grandmother is used for the grandmother of Khushwant Singh, the narrator. To school with me because the school was attached to the temple. There was the reason. As the school was very close to the temple, that is why grandmother of Khushwant Singh also visited to the temple with him. Khushwant Singh went to his school and grandmother went to temple for prayer. The priest taught us the alphabet and the morning prayer. The priest taught us the alphabet. He was taught alphabets, and not only alphabets, and morning prayers also. While the children sat in row on either side of the veranda singing the alphabet or the prayer in a chorus. While the children sat in row on either side of veranda, on both sides of veranda, all the children, all the students sat singing the alphabet or the prayer in the chorus. They used to sing alphabets. You know alphabets, A for apple, B for boy. So they sat in line, in queue, in the veranda and used to sing alphabet. If not alphabet, then prayer in a chorus, in a group. So they used to pray chorus, they used to sing chorus, or they used to sing alphabets. When we had both finished, we would walk back together. When his study was finished and mother's prayer was finished, then both of them in one company returned to their home. We would walk back together. This time the village dog would meet us at the temple door, and when they were returning, the village dogs met them. To whom? To the narrator and his grandmother at the temple door, at the door of the temple. So where did they meet? Where did the village dog meet? At the door of the temple, village dogs met them. They followed us to our home, growling and fighting with each other for the chapatis we threw to them. They used for the dogs. Dogs followed them. To whom did the dog follow? The dogs followed to grandmother and narrator. To our home, growling, making growling sound and fighting with each other. So both the dogs returned to the house of grandmother and narrator, how making growling sound and fighting to each other. For what? Main reason of their growling and fighting was the chapatis that grandmother threw. So for that chapatis, the dogs of the village used to growl and they used to fight. Now see the next lines. When my parents were comfortably settled in the city, they sent for us. Now the grandparents of the narrator settled. Where did they settle? Settled means adjusted. Where? In the town, in the city. When my parents were comfortably settled in the city, they sent for us. They sent someone to call grandmother and narrator also to the city. That was a turning point in our friendship. And from that time, there was much change in their friendship. Although we shared the same room, my grandmother no longer came to school with me. Although both of them, grandmother and narrator, lived in same room, but what happened? My grandmother no longer came to school with me. Now, grandmother did not give company to the narrator when he went to school. I used to go to an English school in a motor bus. Now, he got admission in one of the English school and he visited there on bus. So, he visited there in what? In a motor bus. There were no dogs in the streets and she took to feeding sparrows in the courtyard of our city house. When he visited to his school, he attended his school sitting in motor bus, then there was no possibility of dogs, village dogs. So there were no dogs in the streets and she took to feeding sparrows in courtyard of our city house. So earlier in the village, she provided chapatis to the dogs. Now she provided those chapatis to the sparrows. So she took to feeding sparrows. Feed means to provide food. So she provided food to sparrows, birds, in the courtyard of our city house. In the open area of their city house, grandmother served what? Food to whom? To the sparrows. As the years rolled by, we saw less of each other. With the passing of time, many years have passed. We saw less of each other. Now there was no more contact. There was not much contact between narrator and grandmother. For some time, she continued to wake me up and get me ready for school. Sometime she awakened, grandmother awakened grandson there and get me ready for school, and she helped to get ready who to whom? To the narrator, so that he could go to school. When I came back, she would ask me what the teacher had taught us. When the narrator returned to his house, his grandmother asked him what he was taught by his teacher. I would tell her English words. Then he shared to his mother the English words that he was taught and little things of Western science and learning. He shared with his grandmother about Western science and learning also. The law of gravity, Archimedes principle, the world being round, etc. All these things of science he shared. About the law of gravity, he shared about the principle of Archimedes, and he shared that the earth is not flat, it is round. This made her unhappy. When he talked about these things, grandmother disliked. She could not help me with my lessons because he got admission in English medium school. So she was unable to help him, to the narrator. She did not believe in the things they taught at the English school and was distressed. Whatever was taught to the narrator in English medium, she did not believe on them and was distressed that there was no teaching about God and the scriptures. And she was said that the narrator was not taught about the religion and about holy books and about God. One day I announced that we were being given music lessons. One day the narrator shared to his grandmother that he was taught the lesson of music. She was very disturbed when she listened that her grandson attended the lesson of music. Then she was upset, disturbed. To her, music had lived associations. To her, to whom? To grandmother. Grandmother had the lived relations about music. I announced that we were being given music. She was very disturbed. To her, music had lived association. The music had the association that is not liked by her. So lived means vulgar. It has the vulgar association. It was the monopoly of harlots and beggars and not meant for gentle folk. It is used for music. Music was the monopoly of harlots. Only harlots, prostitutes, those who sang and danced, it was for them only. And beggars, only for two kind of people, about the harlots and about for the beggars. And not meant for gentle folk. And the music was not for common people, gentle people. She said nothing, but her silence meant disapproval. Although she did not respond, but she was meek. Who was meek? Grandmother. She rarely talked to me after that. After that time, rarely she talked to grandmother. Thank you.